Hey y'all, welcome back. It is week 17 Zepbound injection day, and along with my injection, I am going to be filming a what I eat in a day video. I do have my shot coming to room temp right now because I just think that it helps my reaction be a little less aggressive from like the itchiness when I do let it come to room temp. So that's what's happening right now. I also did just make my iced coffee for the morning. It's just a double shot of espresso from my Nespresso machine, some Monin vanilla syrup, and then whole milk and ice. I did start drinking whole milk because my daughter is slowly being transitioned to whole milk, so it just didn't make any sense to buy like the lower fat milk or anything when we have a whole gallon of whole milk here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink this, feed her some breakfast, and then we'll come back, do my injection, and talk about how much weight I've lost this week. Just finished my iced coffee. I'm gonna do my injection, but let's go ahead and talk about how this past week went. So it was actually my time of the month, and normally during that time, I'm not super hungry. And with that and my medication, I felt like I wasn't very hungry this week, which is a good thing because normally the week leading up, and I've talked about this previously when I was posting my injections on TikTok, I'm like ravenous. And so like I felt like I was starving by the time the injection came around. But thankfully this week that wasn't the case. I believe last week when I shared my last update of the injection on TikTok, I weighed 222. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but I think that's what it was. And this week I weighed in at 219, which I'll also share on the screen somewhere, which means I've officially hit 40 pounds down. I'm super excited about it. I also want to show you guys, I did share a TikTok of like what my body was looking like in April when I was 7 months postpartum and what I'm looking like today at 11 months postpartum. And y'all, the difference. I'm so proud of myself because this is just a tool. This is not what's doing all the hard work for me. This is making it so that my digestive system holds onto the food a little longer and I'm not super hungry. But this is not what made me lose the weight. Me getting up in the mornings and working out, me watching what I'm eating and making sure that my portions are reasonable and I'm not going back for seconds and thirds, and making sure I get enough water, that is what has made me lose this 40 pounds. I just want to be around like 150, I think. I've never been smaller than 194 as an adult, so we'll just have to see what my body's looking like once I like pass the 190s. But I think 150 is probably going to be like a healthy weight where I feel like I'll probably really like the way my body's looking. But again, we don't know what that's going to look like on my body since I've never been that small as an adult. So anyway, let's go ahead and do the injection. Last week, I believe I did this part of my stomach. I was going to do this side, but honestly, I really like going like vertical on my stomach. So I think we're going to do underneath the belly button today because I don't think we've done that in a hot minute. Ever since I had a bent needle, it like freaks me out. So I always have to make sure that I check the needle before I inject. That one was a little crispy today. Alrighty, week 17 injections done. I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast now. I'll show you guys what I decide to eat. Honestly, it's probably gonna be the same thing I always eat, which is like either a bagel sandwich. I don't have bagels right now, but I have ciabatta bread. So I might make just an egg sandwich. Here she is in all her glory. She's actually kind of ugly today, but we just have a ciabatta bread, 2 slices of center cut bacon, 2 eggs, and some spinach, and a pepper jack cheese slice. I also have a probiotic digestive enzyme and a woman's 1-a-day vitamin. I know I like to eat the same things over and over again, but you know what? This breakfast keeps me full for so long, and I like the way it tastes. So yes, I eat it almost every single day. The only thing that ever changes is the variation of bread that I use. I either use a bagel, homemade bread, or like today I'm using a ciabatta bread from Aldi's. So I'm gonna eat, drink some water, and then I need to get a video uploaded for Jacob. So whenever I have a snack or lunch, I'll show you guys what I'm having. I got a little snacky, so I'm having a bowl. I think they're called Itty Bitty Minis pretzels. And I also have I think this is a normal, yeah, I was gonna say a light cheese stick, but this is a normal cheese stick from Aldi. I'm gonna have this little snack, and then I'll see y'all for either actual lunch or dinner. There's some days that I skip lunch because I'm just not super hungry, but today is not one of those days, so I'm actually gonna eat something. So for lunch, I have some leftover ground beef that I made last night in sliders, and then I have leftover bell pepper from the other day. We had a different dinner, and I just made a little quesadilla with it. And I found these in the pantry that Jacob had bought a while ago. And so because I am in the mood for something a little spicy, I got some hot Cheetos and then my water, of course. Because it is a later lunch that I'm having today, it's 3 o'clock. That usually puts me on the fence on if I'm gonna have dinner or not. I'm not sure if we're gonna have leftovers for dinner or if we're gonna get something to eat. I don't know, we'll figure it out when that time comes. But for now, I'm just gonna eat my quesadilla and my Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. This is just not hitting how I thought it was going to, so I'm gonna leave this part of the quesadilla for Jacob to eat when he gets up from his nap. For dinner, I'm having kind of just a random dinner. I am making apple pie French toast. I had some leftover sourdough French toast I made a couple days ago and froze, and so I'm gonna eat those along with a cut up little apple, a little tablespoon of butter, and I added some Splenda brown sugar blend to it, and I'm gonna like caramelize these with some cinnamon also. And that's gonna be my dinner. Nothing super exciting because I want something sweet and I don't really know what I want. So I figured this will give me a meal while also giving me a little bit of something sweet. Of course, my signature drink of choice is gonna be a Coke Zero. But once I get these apples cooked and make it look a little cuter, I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's all assembled. It's not the most appealing looking thing, and honestly I would have rather had some protein, carbs, and a vegetable for dinner, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do when you need to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna show you guys my fridge right now because it is so bare. Sorry if you guys can hear the bottle washer going, but y'all, this is it. I have like some steak and rice leftovers in there. That's where I got the bell pepper from. That was the meat I put in my quesadilla earlier, and like this is it. So we are in desperate need to go to the grocery store, but this week has been really busy. So I think that we're probably going to go this weekend and stock up on everything, because even all my meats in my deep freezer, there's like 2 meats left, and I think one is like ribs and one is chicken thighs. That's literally it. So yeah, this is tonight's dinner. I'm not mad about it, honestly. I hope it tastes good. I haven't made French toast with sourdough before and froze it, so we'll see how that tastes. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week for week 18's injection. Bye.